episode, the Empower Tour Worldwide webinar. Okay, this is something I bring live to my friends on Facebook and family. And I'm sorry they don't understand English. Maybe it's the time to learn English with me, with Mondemi. And also on the Facebook page, Mondosol Facebook page, as well as on YouTube. So let me see. Follow us on Facebook, Mondosol, as well as Twitter, and then YouTube. The channel is called the Mondosol. You can see us live as well in mondosol.com/ETW. Okay, and you can decide to pick a course like this one, the Cashflow Property, in mondosol.com. In the top of the website, it's called courses. Okay, but let's talk about what's going on. This is new week, it's Monday. Thanks God it's Monday, someone said, instead of Friday. And I want to talk about it, all this situation going on. I was talking with my financial advisor, someone I started to work with from a company, a bank called Fineco. It's in Italy. And so he was telling me about some suggestions where to invest right now. And I've been watching crazy a lot of videos. So thank you very much for tuning in and for listening. Just remember, to like the button, smash it, destroy, do whatever you want to do it. But do that, because if you like it, then Facebook, as well as YouTube and Mondosol will like you. How are we going to like you? Well, basically, we're going to give you extra points that you can use in our shop. Yes, you can shop from, actually, it's my daughter's shop, Emily's shop. And I'm going to show you what you can shop and how you can shop with the points we're going to give you. You're going to get it from different activities that you can do. So you can start to basically like and share and comment, and we will give you extra point. Be sure that we will give you something, because we like you when you like us, and it's like a community effect, right? You're part of the family. You are in the Mondosol family, also called Mondosolians. You can also decide to work with us, and we have different positions available in mondosol.com/career, and you can also become an affiliate. We have an affiliate program right now. It's having some issue, but it should be mondosol.leaddino.com. And yesterday I've been talking about Ninja Outreach, which is a company that you can use as a database to find people to promote your company products or services, or the company you work for, okay? So Ninja Outreach, go and look the episode of yesterday. You can find it both on YouTube, not LinkedIn. I was going to say, Bill Gates, my friend, please put me on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn, so I would love to be in LinkedIn Live as well. So I was going to say YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So we're going to be there, and you can watch all the episodes. You should be listening, because if you don't listen today, and if you don't listen to the right people, why am I qualified as a right person? Why should you listen to me? Well, let me tell you why you shouldn't. Well, you can basically do whatever you want with your life and with your attention. Now, you shouldn't listen to me if you don't want to know what I know. And I think I know one or two things, because after 42, next 43 in 1st of October, years of my life, I have decided basically to share what I know, because what am I going to die with all this knowledge and information? My daughter said I'm good in explaining things, and my wife actually complained that I do this for free. Not exactly. Those videos are just a taste of what you can learn with me, with Mondemi. And then if you want, you can just go to our website, mondosol.com, and choose a course. And today I'm going to talk about a specific course in real estate investment, because as you don't know, we are heavily into real estate, hospitality, travel. So Mondosol is an educational company, okay? Great. And as an educational company, we have been teaching different subjects, from languages, so English. Want to learn English? You know English? Just a little? I was watching a TV series on Netflix called The Kindness Diary. And the guy that do the show was in, I don't remember if it was Ecuador or it was Bolivia, Peru, whatever. And he asked the guy, do you speak English? And he said, a little. And then he said, what's your name? And he said his name. And then he said, how do you know English? And he was like, yes. Okay, so that's how he knows English. And if you are in that level, I'm sorry you cannot understand me, but it's probably time you learn. That's why you should listen to me today. I have a lot of things to share with you. And I come from, a place of humble, and my mission is to help people improve themselves, create their dream life, imagine it first and then create it. And this is a basically a process I'm doing on my own life. Starting as a bad student, if you go and watch on YouTube and Facebook, the ETW, Africa, North America, all these big presentation I've done about the company and a little bit about myself, you will probably see me as a very normal guy who comes from a normal town in Italy and has done a very normal life, but has learned something very, very important, and is still learning a lot, okay? And what I learned is that you can start from nothing and you can start achieving something, and you can aim for everything. So from nothing to something to everything. This is possible not just for me, for you, and there are so many cases of people like Robert Kiyosaki. We're going to talk about how you can invest today in real estate property, that cash flow. And, Robert Kiyosaki, what's the story? The father was into education. He was the rector. He was the responsible of studies in Hawaii, okay? It was like on top of every schools, every single type of schools in Hawaii. And the father was not rich. So they came from a family which didn't have much money and definitely didn't have the right mentality about money. What is the right mentality about money? You're listening? Well, let me know in the chat, okay? What I really like you to do right now is to let me know who you are and where you're from, and then I will show it to everybody, okay? Don't be shy, okay? We're here, for me as well. This is something I need to conquer my fear, to do this, to be live in this world that basically shut down everyone in their own house and then make it so difficult to just be human being, which is to be social animal, okay? That's the definition of human being. And that's why I want you to share just who you are, where you're from, and why you're here, okay? Share with the others as well. And make this piece of content more available to others. That's why I said you should hit the like button, both on Facebook, YouTube, and I think on Twitter or Periscope, there is something like a heart. And then you should share with others. You should subscribe on the YouTube channel with the bell notification like this, because then YouTube knows you like it. And if you like it, then other people will like it. And that's how each one teach one, okay? I'm teaching one of you and you are teaching another one of you. And that's how we can build up a common knowledge of, normal people that start from nothing to something to everything. So Robert Kiyosaki, it's known as the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, famous book. I read it 15, 20 years ago. I don't remember, many years ago. And it's a great book. I encourage you to read it. If you haven't done it yet, you can find it anywhere, There is the audiobook as well. If you don't want to read, you like to listen. But you should feed your mind. It's extremely important you put something in the cabeza, okay? Don't keep it empty or with stupid stuff that are not going to help you to survive in this crazy time. You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in your mind. You need to put something that is valuable, new skills, okay? And those new skills, put it into something that can benefit other people, and those people will basically acknowledge what you have done for them and pay you for what you have done for them. That's how you grow and how everyone's grow. Okay, so real estate property and Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. Have you read the book? Please let me know in the comment if you read and you like the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and what do you think about it? I am really curious to know, did you like the book? It's a bestseller. They've been in the bestseller list for so many years. They sold, I don't know, next to the Bible copies or Pinocchio or whatever. They are one of the top selling books in all time in the finance area. And you should read it too, because there you can understand the life of Robert Kiyosaki, how he started from nothing. Like I said, the father was into education, the mother was into health, she was a nurse, and they didn't have much money and they didn't have the mentality, okay? The mentality to make money, which is not getting a job and then, work the 9 to 5 and then save for pension and that's it. Because you can see what's happening to the job market right now, okay? 36, 40 millions Americans out of jobs. And actually, this coronavirus, COVID, what I'm thinking is doing is to change people's mindset and habits, okay? It's disrupting. I read yesterday, I try to stay away from news, I try to just go to some section of newspapers like economy and cars. And actually, before I even click, I saw we reached almost 1 million deaths. of coronavirus. Okay, so it's disrupting people's habits. Definitely as well life, because 1 million out of 7 billions is still quite a lot. I don't know what is the percentage. Let me know in the comment. What is the percentage? 1 million out of 7 billions. Well, it's not like the pest that was in the 1800, I think, or even the previous pandemic flu was in the 1900, the beginning, right? The beginning of the 1900. So with that being said, right now they're expecting a real estate market crash in 2021 in the United States because of the current situation. So I encourage you to go on YouTube, search for Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy is the advisor of Rich Dad Company of Robert Kiyosaki, and he's actually predicting this market crash from real estate in 2021 because all the numbers are telling that, all the numbers are telling that there are too many people without a job. They can't pay rent, they can't pay mortgage. So all these houses, they're going to go on foreclose. Banks are going to have a lot of inventory, put it into auctions, and it's going to be a market crash. Probably, it's most likely, they say, in US. And maybe this is going to come back to, it's going to come back to the rest of the world because US is the number one power nations in the world still. China is trying to compete with that. But we will see about that. If that's happening, what are you going to do? How are you going to invest? So there are some mega trends, like I was talking with my financial advisor from Fineco. There are some mega trends that now are picking up, and that's, like technology. I have invested in a Morgan Stanley fund, which is very good, has been now doing 62% since the beginning of the year. So very, very good fund. And in the last 3 years, I think it was plus 30%. I don't remember, but you can find this fund, Morgan Stanley. It's about technology companies. So there is Shopify and there is Spotify, Amazon, Square, and I don't remember the other one. But all the big tech companies are in this fund of Morgan Stanley, and it's doing good still. I gotta say, I bought in the high recently, and it wasn't probably clever because it will go down. But I actually believe in technologies. I'm a high user of technologies, and actually also a very early adopter. I was 12 years old, I think, with my first Amiga computer, Commodore Amiga. And so I also study a lot of computers. I'm into computers, web designing, web builders, and I'm doing a lot of things with tech. So I believe tech is going to be here for the next decade. So I decided to invest in real estate, both with my company and my family's money, my daughter's money, and in tech. Okay, so let's talk about property. And I just want to show you real quick. I don't want to upset Robert Kiyosaki and the company. A course that I purchased that I really recommend you. So let me share the screen. You should be able to see now is this Real Estate Cashflow Blueprint. Real Estate Cashflow Blueprint. It's a course from Rich Dad World Company. And now you're looking at inside because I purchased this course. I think it's a very, very interesting course. And you should take it. Also, what I want to suggest to you do is that you take several other courses. And if you study with Mondemi, if you study with me, so I'm going to show you this, okay? So when you go to Mondosol.com and you choose courses, so this is Imagine Your Dream. This is one motivational course. We've been talking about Les Brown, how you can get motivated during this time. And I think everyone needs motivation because it's going to be very hard. It's been extremely hard on people's life, people dying, people getting depressed, suicide. It's a lot of S going on. So I think you should keep strong, your mind, your body. You should exercise. Like I said, both your mind and your body. What the Latin said, mens sana in corpore sana. So try to stay fit. And try to surround yourself not with people if you are locked down, but at least with voices. Listen, read things that motivate. And I think Les Brown and the Prodigy program that I put in the description, it's a great program. You can really do exercises and keep yourself up because it's extremely important you do that. And also we have a program called Imagine Your Dream. It's also a journal that you can buy on Amazon. And also that program will really help you to map your dream to put it into goal planning, and then every day to go through routines, like you acknowledge your success, small little wins, that you do every single day, nothing major, nothing, because the goal is to change your habits, not to, get a Lambo tomorrow. It's to change your habits and slowly and steady go towards your dream life. It's not going to be a one day, Rome wasn't built in one day. They say it's definitely something you should plan in a decade, okay? In a decade, where are you going to be? How are you going to achieve your dream? If it's, buying a house, buying a car, traveling the world, whatever it is, you should have a plan, with short goals, medium and long goals. And I was going to tell you about how you can start investing in real estate. First of all, in your education, you need to learn. Dice out, dice, learn or leave. There are a lot of people jumping into this webinar. I see jumping in and jumping out. If this is your life, what are you going to accomplish? If you're in and out of your life, if you are dead even before you know it, what are you going to accomplish? And most of all, what are you going to leave behind? I mean, you can't be a rabbit, my friend. Thanks God, you're not a rabbit. They have a very short life and they are predated by a lot of animals. So you got to stick. You need to be consistent. You need to do a lot of things consistently every day. And in the long run, you will definitely achieve something. And I can tell you from experience, So I want to tell you this. Go to Mondosol.com and then look, we have two packages, business and college. And those two packages have a price of 2,600 or 3,800 euros that you can split into very small monthly payment, like 200 or 300 euros roughly per month. And then you can cancel anytime. And what are you going to get with that? It's catalog from LinkedIn Learning. So for example, on the business plan, you get all courses on LinkedIn. And you have plenty of courses about real estate. I was just looking at, I was typing real estate investment. Apparently, the view count is not really giving me the real estate, but Best Match, it does. And, I learned a lot from Simon Heath, so I'm going to credit a lot of his courses. They are good. And then you can also see there are many other courses that are being released now recently or some time ago, and you can learn a ton from it. Then, like I said, I encourage you also to study from Rich Dad, great company. And we are actually a Rich Dad Cashflow Club member, which means we are playing the game of cash flow. So let me show you the richdad.com. That's their main website. And the game is basically like Monopoly, the Rich Dad website, richdad.com. And this is the cash flow game. And basically how you can become a millionaire. That's what he says. But it's a game where you learn how to buy assets, how to buy real estate, how to buy mutual funds, how to buy dividend stocks, and how you can basically increase your income that surpass your expenses. Am I talking too difficult? Is it too difficult for you? Because last time I checked with my father, he said this game was stupid. He didn't understand anything. It was too difficult for him. I don't want to play right now, but if you can go on YouTube and you can search, I actually did a video on how to play cash flow game, so you can understand a bit better. And you can start to play right now. You can sign up for free. Like I said, we are one of the clubs of Rich Dad, so you can play with us online if you want to. Sometime you will see when you sign up, and then you can play for free on the cash flow game. This one, the cash flow classic, free. If you want the board games like Monopoly, you can order it on Amazon and you can pay, I don't remember if it's $50 or $100, whatever it is. Even for kids, they have board games. So I encourage you to play so you learn a little bit about how you can get off they call it the rat race, which is basically you live, you work, you spend all your money, and then you die, okay? But you basically don't manage to go paycheck to paycheck, to save any money, to invest, to give to charity, to create any legacy for you, your family, because you rely on the whole system created maybe by the devil, I don't know, which is basically to born, to work, and to die. And you work for someone else, and you don't really understand how is this game, which is not exactly the job just over broke. You do the 9 to 5, and you do, you go paycheck to paycheck. They say, no, you get your salary, and then you empty your pocket buying, all the stuff you don't need. They call it doodads, I think, in Rich Dad word. And you pay all your expenses to survive: the food, the electricity, the bills, the rent, whatever you need to pay. And then your empty pockets, you can't do any investment. So the first thing you need to do, will not cost you a lot. It's to invest in your mind. And that's the best investment also, Warren Buffett said. So you can take, courses. Rich Dad is a great company. And this is a course we took, Real Estate Cashflow Blueprint. You can also study with Mondosol. So you can decide to get into the business plan and pay 200 euros a month and then cancel anytime. And you will get all those courses from LinkedIn. And you can also decide to study for free if you want to on YouTube, like this video, okay? And you will learn that the real estate property, that cash flow. What does it mean, cash flow? That basically you buy a property and you take out the mortgage and all the other expenses, and then you put that property to rent. So you put someone inside your house, and then this property with the rent will cover all your costs and will leave you some money in your pocket. Will cash flow, will flow cash into your pocket. It's an asset. It's something that you own that actually makes money for you. If you buy a house and you put someone in the house, they pay for your mortgage. They pay for all your costs, and they also maybe give you an extra money that you can have it and you should save it, maybe to buy another property, okay? So I said, how can you acquire real estate property that cash flow, that giving you money, okay? It's not just they pay your mortgage or that you lose money. No, they give you money. How can you acquire those property? Well, it's a complex topic. Of course, I cannot cover in 10, 20 minutes video, and I will not. And that's why I leave you to take this course or to take one of the course that you can get basically from Mondosol on Mondemi. You go to mondosol.com /shop-courses, or you go to mondosol.com, you click on courses. The first one to come up is business. You take this 200 euros, and then you will get plenty of courses from LinkedIn. Plenty, really plenty. I mean, I don't know how many there are here, but there are so many, and you can learn everything you want. You can pick a course and then another. And then another thing that we're going to give to you, it's support. You're not on your own. You're not just taking a course, and maybe you start and then you don't finish. No, you're going to get support, 1-on-1 or 1-on-10. So you're going to have a mentor. It can be me, it can be someone else that basically it's going to come on a Skype call, Zoom, or Google Meet, and then it's going to go over what you're doing. It's going to see the courses that you take, and it's going to keep you up to track to finish the course, to get the certificate, to put it into your CV, or to move on into your business, to start your first investment. Whatever it is that is your goal, you're going to have someone behind you. It's like you're a kid and you have your father and your mother looking after you. No, they don't know everything, but yes, they can help you. They will teach you everything they know with love, okay? Not with conflict of interest where, they are just looking for your money, but they don't really care that you are making money. No, you're going to have someone, a mentor, that it's there for you to speed up your process of learning and to get into money as soon as possible. So let's say, for example, you take a class and you want to do your first investment. Well, then we're going to put you together with a mentor that can really help you to speed up the process so you can make your first investment in no time. Now, I can't tell you how much time you're going to need, but the more time you can put on, and the faster you can go into what they call it, out of the rat race into the fast race. So play the cash flow game so you will understand those terms. The rat race is where most of the people, I don't know, 70, 80% of human being population is into the rat race, the race of the rat, which is basically, you earn some money and then you pay all your money towards your expenses. It can either be, your rent, your mortgage, or it can be your utilities, your food, or it can even be, your doodads. Like you see, there is the sports car, or clothes, or parties, or TV, or electronics. All these doodads. So basically, not assets, but it's the opposite, liability. Assets, put you money in your pocket. Liability, take it out. You need to pay for your TV, your Lambo, whatever it is that you're buying. But if you buy a house and you put people inside the house, they pay for it, not you. So they pay for your house, the mortgage, and also they put you money in the pocket, extra money. And when you offset, they say in English, so when you manage to have a lot of properties, 5, 10 properties, and those properties basically put you money in the pocket, and those money you have in the pocket now, it's enough to survive. So you can pay your rent, you can pay your food, you can pay your bills, then you can retire. You can go to the fast race, basically. You can become an investor full time. You can start to acquire businesses, you can buy gold mines or whatever. You can buy commodities, whatever you want to buy, because you basically don't need to do the job 9 to 5, keep going into the rat race, which is working to survive, okay? But now you can start to strive, they say. You can start to breathe. You can start to, take your trip you always wanted and go around the world, or, help kids, or whatever it is that you want to do. You can reach your dream, like I said, with small wins. And you should start right now. The small win for you should be, like I said, invest in your mind, learn something new, acquire a new skill. And I think you have a great opportunity right now. Even YouTube, they call it the new university. It's for free that you can learn. This video, I am showing you a few things that you can take notes, and there is captions that you can read as well. And you can then go back, watch again several times until you really ingrain it. And from this content, which is free, you can start, put seeds in your ground, in your fertile ground, hopefully. And those seeds, those new skills you're learning, hopefully will give you some fruits. You will learn something from it. So real estate properties, I promise you, I was going to tell you what type of real estate you should invest right now. So first of all, I said to you, invest in yourself, in your motivation. Les Brown Prodigy, I put the link in the description. I mean, you need to always have something that motivates you. You need to keep up. You need to be straighten up your life and not pull down, by what's happening, the craziness of what's happening right now. It's a lot of bad stuff. I'm not going to mention, the 1 million people who die and the 40 million unemployed people in US and all this other crap. I don't want to be the news. That you can do it on your own. I know you will do it. Many people, like I said, they're jumping in and out like rabbit. That's just because they're maybe looking to see some other crap on the news. Instead, I'm going to feed you something good, something that you can do it right now without, thinking, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. Yes, you do have the money, or you can find the money, and yes, you do have the time. You don't have to, put a lot of money and time right now, but you still need to start somewhere. And start right now, right here, by listening what I have to say to you for free. And what I have to say to you, it's go and play the cash flow game for free. You can also play with us, the Cashflow Club Mondosol. Look for it. We might be playing together. And also you can take a course if you want to from Reach That Company or from Mondosol. And we do have an agreement with LinkedIn. So we can offer you all the real estate courses from LinkedIn. And also, it's not just the course itself. Obviously, you can go LinkedIn yourself. That's not it. For us, what's extremely important, what we always done, it was the support. That's as no price. If you have to pay someone with experience that will teach you with love and will speed up your learning curve, as no price. Because then you really have someone that backs you up, someone that is behind your back, someone that really cares about you. And that's, for example, me or other mentors. We are now hiring mentors. You can be a mentor. And also, I'm going to introduce you to a very unique selling proposition of Mondemi and Mondosol. Mondemi stands for Mondosol Academy. And the unique selling proposition, apart from learn and travel, which is basically our slogan. So we help you to learn and to travel. And the travel part should be very educational. So if you want to do that, you can go to travel section. And you can see we have a lot of properties right now. You can put other properties. So like I said to you, we are very invested our time and money into real estate, into travel, into hospitality. We love it. So we have properties around the world where you can basically decide to go for a day, a week, a month, a year, whatever you want. You can have a look and, This is me, this is Lynn, and Lynn is the co-founder. You can also go in all properties if you want to see all of them at one page, and you can see the map as well on the right. And then you can put your dates, you can put number of people, and you can start to contact. There are property owners behind here. You can be the property owner and put your place if you want to. And you can start to basically have a very special agreement with Mondosol, where you are learning as a property owner or as a traveler, and you get discounts. As a property owner, you don't have to pay they call it hefty commission, the very high commission of Booking.com, 15%, or Airbnb, 20%. Instead, you will pay 6%. And if you are a traveler, the same. But the agreement is this: learn and travel. So if you are a property owner as well as a traveler, you need to commit with us to learn. And we have a plan that is accessible to anyone called Mondemi. And Mondemi basically give you access to all our courses, okay? Right now you see it inside Mondemi, powered by Moodle, one of the biggest learning management system in the world, used by hundreds of thousands of institutions. And you can see this is what you will get. This is one of the courses, but we have several that we'll keep putting up. But I want to get to the conclusion that you can become a mentor, and then I also want to tell what type of properties you should invest right now. So like I said, you can travel with us, but definitely you can learn. Here we have the package for you. You can do the business package, 200 euros a month roughly, and you can do all the courses that you want. Actually, in LinkedIn, there are over 16,000 courses you can have access. But the most important thing, if we open this business package, is that you will have support, 101 or 110. So like your daddy, your mommy, that basically goes with you through the courses and will help you navigate. You will have this personalized attention you will never get from LinkedIn or even reach them. I'm sorry to say, but that's the plus. That's what we have it to the marketplace. That's what we're going to bring to you. So you can become a mentor. You can take one of the course on LinkedIn, or we even have EDX. I'm just going to stick with LinkedIn today because I think it's a great platform. And then with that, you can take a course, you can take all your notes, you can make a nice presentation, you can create your own course, kind of like Teachable, and you can become a mentor. So suddenly, the students become the master, the students become the teacher, okay? And you can make money. We're gonna pay you as a mentor of the platform, okay? That's earn as you learn, or learn and learn, whatever you want to say it, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about the real estate cash flow property that you should invest right now. Okay, for what I concern and what my experience is, what I've learned from courses and my experience, I can tell you travel is probably not the best place to start, okay? So if you're planning to do short-term rental, I will say, no, stop, because it's not a good investment, okay? Let me come back to you. I want to see you in the face. So with that being said, if you're planning to invest in properties right now that cash flow, the short-term market, it's under, a storm. It's under a very bad moment. The Titanic, they say. Now, Airbnb, it's about to put themselves on Wall Street. There is a lot of hype into this still short-term market that has got a very, very good decade. Extremely, extremely productive decade, where basically, Airbnb, from nothing to something to everything, 30 billion company now, probably a little bit less because of the pandemic and the crisis that happened into the hospitality travel industry. But I would not say right now, take a property in Las Vegas, New York, Los Angeles, Paris, Berlin, Oslo, whatever you want, and then put some tourists there. Because no, the market is still, local market, okay, maybe in the summer, but then you see they open up borders in Europe, and then the pandemic started again. So I wouldn't buy a property right now for short term. No, definitely not. I would say instead medium long term is probably the best perspective. And what type of property? Because if you're planning to buy a hotel, like I said, or an apartment to rent out to tourists, you're about to fail right now. Probably in 2 years, 10 years, whatever it is, it will climb back, and they will find a vaccine, and so we will go and travel even more than we did before. If still jobs exist and people have money to travel, they can still get credit card debt, whatever it is that allow people to travel. Mass tourism that we know that has been, real with company like Ryanair and EasyJet almost failing to bankruptcy, and Airbnb close to bankruptcy. But as we know, mass tourism was there yesterday, let's say, and it will be there probably tomorrow. But today, no. So real estate investment, cash flow property, I would say one of the big trends is senior home. So people are getting old, they are aging. So my parents, my wife's parents' generation, they are into the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And so they need special cares. They want to live in their homes. They are looking for maybe special homes on ground floor with bigger toilet, shower, where they can go inside with their wheelchair, or they can sit and they can be assisted by nurse or assisting nurse. So all this housing now, they're going to be a trend that has been there now for quite some years. But, the society, the economy follow the people, the demographic. Demographic is basically the study of the generations of the people, the ages. So right now, baby boomers, one of the biggest generation in today's history. It's basically the people born during and after the Second World War. So in the 14, the 15, the 60s. And this generation, baby boomers, they call it, it's because a lot of babies were born during those years. And now all these people are old, they're retiring, and they are enjoying their retirement plan, which is quite generous because it was booming the economy during the 60s and the 70s. So they were able to do career, to make money, save money, and to put this money for their pension that they have right now. Still, the bubble pension didn't explode. Robert Kiyosaki expect to be the next crisis, the pension crisis, but still there are people in retirement right now that they are looking for assistance. So you should invest in nursing homes, senior home, they call it. It's not a hospice. It's not a hospital for whole people. It's not a house for whole people, that you see, for example, in the pandemic, that was very bad. That's basically how people got sick and die in these homes. It's basically like a hospital where you get your room in this hospital bed, and then you have all the nursing and doctors assisting you. That's like the last stage of human being, right? When they are very sick, they have cancer, they have last stage of their diseases, and they need assistance 24/7. I'm talking step before people are still capable to do most of the things, or they need some help like grocery and making food and cleaning themselves. And that's when they can still live in their home and they can have a nurse coming in 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Maybe they don't need 24/7 assistance. Or maybe if they do, it's still mild symptoms and someone with the nursing certificate can still assist them in the house where they live. So that's a good investment. That's a good cash flow property. And we actually have one property where we started in Italy, where we are thinking to do that, but it should be like a complex if you want to do as an investment. I think I have listened to one of the webinar on Reach That show that you should watch on YouTube, Reach That channel on YouTube. And it was a guy talking about senior homes and how you can invest. And he was talking, I think, about 10, 15, 20 properties in order to cover up all the costs. So if you're planning to do that as an investment, you should not look as, okay, I take one property and I'm okay. Now that should be just your beginning, your start. Like with everything, start with one and then keep going. But that's definitely a type of property that is cash inflow into your pocket because people are getting old. They need a place to stay. They don't want to go in this hospice, in this hospital for whole people where they're going to die out of corona, because if one nurse gets sick, they're going to infect the whole place. And that's so easy for those nurses to get sick. They go home, the kids went to school, so the viruses keep moving around. The kids get sick, they have to go to work, and then they make those old people sick. And the fact that they have so many shared spaces like the restaurants, okay, or they have all these activities together. So one gets sick and then makes sick all the others. And that's why, in Italy, for example, in March, a lot of old people were dying into these places. So don't invest into that. Make sure you basically invest in single homes or homes with their own room and bathroom, private, and not so many share places. And the home should be divided. So, there is this 1 meter distance, and these nurses as well, maybe they should be tested for corona, and you should be very, very careful on doing this, okay? But it's definitely something, apart from now corona, It definitely is something that people need. And when I say people, I need people with money that they can spend some money for rent and assistance. And you, with your money, little or a lot, you can invest in something that can give you money back in the short, medium, and long term, because you will basically rent this property to a pensionist for a whole year, right? And basically for many years to come. So you will secure as well a good tenant, someone who can pay your rent, not someone who will lose a job, because the pension, hopefully, it will not be lost until they die. So with that being said, you can buy a property that is cash flow into this mega trends, which is people are aging and they need more assistance, and they have money, they have good money. Those are the baby boomers generations. They have worked, they have made money, they've saved this money. And so right now, what they're going to do is that they need a place to live and they need some assistance. And you can provide that place to live. I don't say you need to provide assistance. That can just be done by someone else, an agency, and basically say, okay, we can provide you with nursing, with people who can assist you, can make injection, can give you medicine, can clean you, can give you food. And then everything else is in their hands. What you need to provide instead, it's a home that it's made for, or it's special need for them. So what you need to do is probably a home on ground floor or with big elevators where they can go with a wheelchair. And also you need to have this walking shower where they can go inside with a wheelchair. They can be clean, they can be seated down. Everything should be large doors. You know, you should think about this support where they can put their arms, you know, to climb back from the bed or from the toilet seat, from the shower. So you should think about that. If you want to get into these nursing homes or senior homes, let's call it senior homes, because it's not really with the nursing side living 24/7, but it can just be, you know, the retired person, the pensionist can live there with a partner or by himself, herself, and then can have special assistance, a nurse coming in 2, 3, 4 times a day just to, you know, bring grocery, cook food, and clean the person in the bathroom. Okay, clean the house as well. And that can be it, and that can be a cash flow property right now. I'm not gonna say many other things. You know, there are logistic now with Amazon that is very good. I wouldn't invest in office spaces or retail because it's under a storm, even that. And with the pandemic, definitely has been impacted. But, you know, if you do what the people need, which right now, people with money, I wouldn't take care of millennials right now that probably are looking for jobs and they don't have the money to pay rent. So if you rent to them, you probably have no rent paid, and you will lose the house towards the bank that is going to claim the mortgage that you can pay. And yes, they say, okay, you can buy houses in a neighborhood where there are nurses, teachers, you know, more safe jobs. But who is safe? You know, maybe right now it's going to have a major firing into public administration. Right now, government has so much debt that they need to cut. So they are looking for money desperately, you know, in the coming months and years. So they will ask you money as a taxpayer, but also they will have to cut. And the next to cut, it's maybe the nurse that you gave the apartment now that it was the pandemic, but after lost the job, and then who knows? Yeah, maybe can work for the senior home. You know, that's something. But yeah, okay, you can take a chance on this trend that right now is happening. But if you're looking for an investment in the long run, you should think about the demography. And now the 60 people that are in pension or are about to go to pension, most likely they will live a decade or so. And so if you're planning to make investment for a decade, which I think is a good term, then that's a good trend right there where you can cash it. And you can basically decide to do one small property and then 2 and then 10 and then 15 and 20. And eventually you will have a business. And you can quit your job or you can retire early. You can start to travel and do whatever you want. But first of all, you know, small wins and steady. You should start by doing an investment in your education. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it wasn't too long. Please like, comment, and share. Share with other people. You know, decide to learn with me, learn with Mondemi. Go over to Mondosol. Choose a course. We have several courses. We have the Mondemi subscription plan starting with less than $10, 10 euros. Also, we have courses for 5 euros. So super affordable. Everybody can do it. But if you're serious about education and you can put something more like 200 euros a month, then I would suggest you to do that, because you don't get just one course, you get 16,000 courses from LinkedIn Learning, plus you get the support of a mentor who can be there for you and assist you to speed up the learning curve so you can get there faster, whatever you want to go. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye, see you tomorrow.